Welcome everyone to the Phoenix Police Department's 2025 Annual Award Ceremony, brought to you by the Phoenix Police Foundation. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the posting of the colors by the Phoenix Police Honor Guard. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order! On!
Please be seated. And now, please welcome to the stage your MCs for tonight's ceremony, Assistant Chief Ed DeCastro and special guest MC, Fox 10 Phoenix anchor, Anita Roman.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I am so absolutely honored to be here. I love the Phoenix Police Department.
Thank you, so do I.
One of your biggest supporters. I'm glad that you do. So many of you have come together tonight to honor this year's award recipients. Congratulations to you and your families. This is your night.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, please help me recognize our honored guests here tonight. We are pleased to be joined by Councilwoman O'Brien, Councilwoman Guardado, and Councilman Robinson, as well as City Manager Jeff Barton and Assistant City Manager Lori Bays. Please give them a warm round of applause.
We'd also like to recognize the Phoenix Police Foundation, those sponsors whose generous contributions made this evening possible.
Yeah, thank you. We'd also like to recognize those members of the community in attendance and watching us online. Your loyalty is very much appreciated. And most importantly to you, our family and friends who support us night after night as we work to come home safely after every shift. Your understanding when we have to leave early from dinner or when we have to readjust our schedules when we call to say that we're going to be held over with no overtime. Or just give us a hug when we are mad, when you are mad at us. So thank you very much. It's not always easy, but without you, we could not do this job.
No. It takes all the support, right?
Yeah.
It takes a village. Few considerations, please. Award recipients, our ushers will assist you when it is your turn to move backstage. Please move quickly and quietly.
Photo ops. I know everybody wants to take pictures and videos. So a photo background will be available after the ceremony in the theater lobby for photos with recipients and their families. The lobby is located to the rear, so you can get there from there or these exit points. And in case you forget your selfie stick or you don't have any friends here with you, don't worry, police cadets will be standing by to assist with photos using your personal assistants.
We are excited for all the families to be here, the children tonight. But if you feel that a break is necessary, please don't hesitate to return to the lobby and then just rejoin us when you're ready.
And although we appreciate the theme song to Bad Boys or Law and Order or the pew pew for your texts, we would appreciate if you can please silence and dim your cell phones right now. We want to make sure that everybody has a good experience here. And then also please refrain from flash photography. It can be distracting up here, so please refrain from that. Tonight's ceremony is being streamed live, and it will be posted to the department's YouTube channel. So if you have to, you don't have to worry about filming or taking pictures. Everything will be online afterwards, and you can review everything that's been going on. Lastly, please use caution when moving if you have to go outside. The theater, there's a lot of cables and video equipment around, so just please be careful that you don't trip. We don't want anybody to get hurt tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Looks like we're ready to go. So our first speaker, unable to join us in person tonight, but she wanted to wish you all well with a video greeting. Ladies and gentlemen, Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mayor Kate Gallego. It's an honor to recognize you and the exceptional service of the members of our police department. Tonight's gathering is a moment for all of us to reflect on the dedication and service that each of you bring to the city of Phoenix. The theme of tonight's ceremony is pride in our heroes. Officer Zane Coolidge, who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, wholly embodies that spirit. You will see and feel the heroism tonight as we recognize members of Zane's squad and the firefighters who played critical roles in rendering aid in those stressful moments. We're so grateful to Officer Zane Coolidge, his squad, and his family for their service to Phoenix. I'd also like to recognize the unsung heroes, our police assistants, our dispatchers, our support staff, and the families of our officers, all of whom contribute to the success of our department. Among many other things, tonight's ceremony reminds us the dangers that our police officers face every time they put on their uniform and go to work. We're so grateful for your service and for your dedication to our residents. To the recipients of tonight's awards, you make Phoenix proud. To the entire Phoenix Police Department, stay safe as you continue to make a difference in the lives of so many. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our next speaker, Phoenix City Manager Jeff Barton.
Good evening, good evening. I would first like to thank Mayor Kate Gallego for that message. I would also like to again recognize Vice Mayor Ann O'Brien, Public Safety Chair and Justice Committee Chairman Councilman Kevin Robinson. A little inside joke there for those of you who weren't with us on Tuesday. And Councilwoman Betty Guardado for being here tonight to celebrate the achievements from the Phoenix Police Department. I would also like to take a moment to thank the Phoenix Police Foundation for all of the important work you do in support of Phoenix PD, including hosting this award ceremony this evening. I'm truly proud of tonight's awardees and grateful for this opportunity to recognize the incredible contributions of the sworn and professional staff of the Phoenix Police Department. Your work has a positive impact on the department and our community. A recent example of the police department's life-saving work is when officers responded to a man in crisis with a knife to his neck, making suicidal comments. This is just an example of some of the difficult scenarios that our officers frequently arrive to. But with quick thinking and de-escalation tactics, officers were able to quickly and calmly connect with him and engage in conversation to try to help. Officers gained the trust of this individual, and he agreed to disarm himself. Through that conversation, officers learned that he was a veteran, and they were able to ensure his safety and then connect him with the necessary resources and medical resources that he needed. These officers showed great compassion and empathy during an incident that could have had a much different outcome. This is just an example of the awardees tonight, and it's emblematic of the work that we all strive as members of the City of Phoenix Police Department and as the City of Phoenix as a whole to achieve. I'm proud of your accomplishments, and I recognize these achievements could not be possible without the support of your family and loved ones. I would like to thank them for their contributions as well. So please join me in recognizing the families and friends of our sworn and professional staff. Thank you. It is your families and your loved ones that feel the sacrifices that come with being members of the Phoenix Police Department the most. These sacrifices will not go unnoticed or unappreciated. Tonight, we also officer, as the mayor said, Officer Zane Coolidge, who put himself in harm's way to protect his community, and in doing so, made the ultimate sacrifice. Zane's wife, Kristen, and daughter, Emma, are here tonight as part of the Phoenix Police family, and I'd like to pause for a moment of silence in honor of him and his family. The police profession has become more demanding, but our members continue to respond to the call, continue to make sacrifices, and continue to carry the weight of the job on their shoulders. But you are not alone. Even though the challenges that our city and our officers face each and every day while serving our community may seem insurmountable, we can and will overcome them together. Our goal and my commitment to you is to work alongside members of the Phoenix PD to be the most well-respected department in the nation. It was this goal that I had in mind when I made the decision to restart the process to select a new police chief. It is crucial that we find a leader who can guide this department into the future and support the community and members of the police department. Someone who will strike the right balance in implementing continuous improvement while effectively building strong relationships throughout this department. The new chief will inspire members of the department to be proud of their work and recognize your contributions. We will settle for nothing less. As the process moves forward, we will ensure we hear from you and support you during this transition. This support started by selecting Chief Dennis Orender as acting police chief. I believe that acting Chief Orender is the right person to lead the department during this transition, and he has my full support. His willingness to take on this challenge is yet another example of the service, dedication, and commitment shared by all members of the Phoenix Police Department. I want to thank Acting Chief Orender for his leadership, and I want to thank you and your families for your commitment to service and community. Together, we will continue to build the Phoenix of tomorrow, where officers and professional staff are supported and where everyone in our community feels safe and respected. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Barton. We appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Our next speaker is a familiar one. Please give a warm welcome to Acting Police Chief Dennis Orender.
Thank you, Anita. It's great to have you with us tonight to help us honor those who have gone above and beyond the call of duty. I would especially like to welcome the family and friends who have joined us tonight. There is no way the members of this department can do what they do without the support of their loved ones. When they answer the call to serve, it is not lost on any of us the sacrifices that you make so they can keep this community safe. After nearly 32 years in law enforcement, I know that very well, as does my wife. Tonight, we come together to celebrate the dedication, the courage, and the outstanding service the members of this department provide to our community. The importance of honoring our everyday heroes cannot be overstated. Each award presented tonight represents a story, one of commitment, teamwork, and an unwavering resolve to uphold the values of our department's pride statement. One of those stories is heartbreaking. The tragic loss of Officer Zane Coolidge this past year serves as a painful reminder of the real dangers our officers face every day. And in the midst of their grief, which is still with us today, the members of this department carry on and rush to the next call for help from someone on what may be their worst day. It is that resilience, that resolve, that speaks volume about this department and what makes Phoenix so special. The sworn and professional staff of this department make a difference in the lives of this community every day, and I am so grateful for each and every one of them. Congratulations to all of tonight's award recipients, and I do want to give a shout out on behalf of the department to the Phoenix Police Foundation and our presenting sponsor, Axon, and all of those who helped make tonight possible. So here's to a great night. Thank you.
Left me a present.
That's just for you.
It's a folder for my scripts at work.
Yeah, you can put whatever you want
Okay.
inside.
Thank you, Chief. We're going to start the show. So here to present our first award category, the Cops Volunteer Excellence Award. Please welcome the Assistant Director of the Technical Services Division, Miss Jody Wolf.
Thank you. COPS stands for Citizens Offering Police Support. A critical part of our team are the COPS volunteers who donate their time and talents to all aspects of the department. So much of what we do as an agency is carried out by volunteers. These outstanding citizens give themselves to ensure that we continue to serve and protect while giving back to our community. They serve on advisory boards, in neighborhood patrols, in precincts and bureaus, and assist with special events and programs. They are community leaders and mentors and deserve our appreciation. To those being honored tonight, we thank you sincerely and from the bottom of our hearts. Tonight, we recognize two very special volunteers who happen to be brothers. They have each donated so much of their own personal time to assist the police department with our mission. Please welcome Ed and Mike Seymour.
Mike has been president of Phoenix since 1970. We call him Mr. Fix-It, is that correct?
That is correct.
That's okay. Mike was one of General Motors' master mechanics for over 20 years, very impressive. After retiring, he became a general contractor, still finds the time to volunteer weekly with our department. Mike has contributed 1,052 hours over the past 7 years, a dedicated family man, and we enjoy him being a part of the PD family as well. So here's to many more years of service. Thank you to Ed and Mike Seymour, our 2025 Cops Volunteers of the Year. Thank you.
Don't go away, guys. We didn't forget about you, Ed. Guys.
Hold on one second. Ed,
Hold on,
Mike.
guys. We purposely did this to make sure you were paying attention, so we're going to go back and do a little bit more for Ed. The Seymour brothers have contributed numerous volunteer hours assisting the police headquarters information desk. Ed started in 2017 and Mike followed in 2018. Ed volunteered for 5 years at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office before moving to Phoenix and becoming a part of PD's family. Ed is no stranger to service as a 20-year Navy officer serving as a commander. Thank you very much for your service. Ed has contributed 3,678 hours, and we are looking forward to many more years of service. So thank you both for all that you've done. Appreciate it. Thank you to each of our volunteers for the time you have donated to the department. Individuals like yourself are an important part of our department, and we could not do this without your help. Now, moving on. Our next award category is the Medal of Lifesaving.
The Medal of Lifesaving is awarded to an employee or citizen for an act that results in saving or preserving a human life or lives that otherwise would have immediately expired. Each and every day, the life of a Phoenix police employee includes experiences and opportunities that impact people's lives and the community as a whole. So every single recipient on stage tonight was involved in saving or prolonging a life, and in many cases, their actions involved endangering their very own life in the process. It would take all evening to share each of these stories. However, each one is incredible in its own right. Their actions are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. So please join us in recognizing the recipients of the Medal of Lifesaving. Officer James Perry, 2 Medals of Lifesaving. Go ahead.
Officer Jade Bennis.
Sergeant Christopher Bareyazu.
Close.
No,
Bereyeza.
Bareyeza. I apologize. Congratulations.
Officer Carlos Borquez.
Officer Adam Branovitz.
Officer Stephen Butler.
Sergeant Matthew Curry.
Officer Candace Denning.
Officer Logan Egnor.
Officer Jordan Farrell.
Officer Ashley Gagnon.
Officer Alexander Kubis.
Officer Patrick Larrabee.
Officer Taylor Locke.
Officer Alexander Locker.
That's it. Officer Kylie Malloy.
Officer Alexandra Pridham. I got it.
Officer Grace Marie Sheehan.
Officer Alexandra Siebert.
Officer Ryan Small.
Officer Sean Smith.
And Officer Joseph Toko. Let's give one more round of applause to all of our Medal of Life-Saving recipients. Great job. Thank you very much.
I do remember that specific day. I had just gotten out of briefing. I was on the 51 King Squad, and an emergency call for service of a shooting came out, and I immediately just responded to that. The only details that we had is that somebody was shot, and it didn't look like they were doing very well. While I was on my way, a couple of officers arrived and gave updated information that the suspect was no longer there, and that there was a man who was shot and down in front of the store there. I responded there and immediately grabbed some of my emergency medical supplies from my duty bag. I went up to the victim and I just assessed his injuries. That's when I noticed that he had multiple gunshot wounds to his chest and to his abdomen. So I applied what are called chest seals to all of his wounds that I could find, just to help stop the bleeding and hopefully keep him going. The extent of the injuries were pretty severe, so being able to contribute in saving that person's life, it's very rewarding. It's my favorite part about working for the department. We get to help people, protect our community, keep everybody safe, and potentially save lives. So it's really cool to see the officers on scene and I contributed in a very tangible way to saving somebody's life. It's very rewarding, and it makes me, excited and reminds me why I do this job. It's the core of what we do, right? We serve our community, we protect people, and on really bad days, we help save people's lives, whenever they need it. And it feels really rewarding to not only have seen it play out, but also just be recognized by the department.
True hero. Wow, incredible.
Yeah,
really
amazing.
Incredible. Now we can present our next award.
Now you can.
Okay. It's keeping me on my toes. The Medal of Merit, please welcome to the stage Assistant Chief Jeff Benza.
Good evening. The Medal of Merit is presented to an employee for an act of courage and dedication to duty during performance of police service. Performance that involves significant risk of danger to one's personal safety. The Certificate of Meritorious Conduct is a civilian equivalent. It is awarded to those community members nominated by our employees for such heroic actions. As these awards are presented, you will hear incredible stories of brave heroes who took quick action to protect life. Our community is lucky these honorees were in the right place at the right time and knew what to do. We are truly grateful and proud to honor each of them tonight with the Medal of Merit. At this time, please welcome Officer Paul Guerrero.
On July 16, 2023, just before 3 a.m., Officer Paul Guerrero was patrolling near 7th Street in Mojave when he saw a vehicle driving south in the northbound lanes of 7th Street heading right for him. Paul took evasive action to avoid the head-on collision. He made a U-turn, activated his lights and siren to warn others, and went after the driver. The driver refused to stop, nearly causing a collision as they approached the freeway. The driver continued in the wrong direction, turning onto the freeway exit ramp, going against the flow. Officer Guerrero knew the dangers and potential catastrophic outcome if the driver was allowed to continue. He made the decision to stop the vehicle by using his patrol car to immobilize the suspect. When they came to a stop, the driver was taken into custody and processed for DUI. His blood alcohol concentration was over twice the legal limit.
Officer Gallego undoubtedly saved lives by placing himself at risk at risk to save this wrong-way driver. His actions are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. Officer Paul Guerrero is hereby awarded the Medal of Merit. Congratulations, Paul. Well done. Please welcome our next group of recipients receiving the Medal of Merit. Officers Christopher Mulder and Michael Kaufman. Receiving the Medal of Lifesaving, Officers Kaylee Malloy and Joseph Overly. And receiving both the Medals of Merit and Lifesaving is Officer Garrett Joyner.
On May 9, 2021, just after midnight, patrol responded to a hotel near 2nd Street in Washington for a report of a possible active shooter with multiple gunshot victims. Officers arrived to find a mass casualty scenario in the main lobby of a high-rise hotel with one person already deceased in the elevator. More victims and a shooter were reported on the upper floors of the high-rise building. Officers Christopher Mulder, Michael Kaufman, and Garrett Joyner immediately went to work taking 2 possible suspects into custody and securing the lobby and elevators. Mulder and Kaufman triaged and extracted victims while watching for additional threats. Officer Jody Finn, along with Officer Joyner, took an additional subject into custody before moving up to the top-level revolving restaurant to locate an additional victim and a possible location for the shooter. An immediate action team was assembled to help clear the building. Intel led the team to the 21st floor where they quickly and carefully cleared the area. They descended floor by floor, clearing as they went until meeting up with the second team on the 7th floor where a party of over 60 people were sheltered in place. Officer Kaylee Milliot arrived and located a woman severely injured from gunfire. Kaylee provided life-saving first aid and brought the victim to fire for treatment. She then ran back into the scene and found an additional shot victim who was hiding in an elevator, still on the phone with 911 yelling for help. Officer Joseph Overly arrived and found a wounded victim in the lobby. He applied a tourniquet to his leg and brought the victim out to fire. Using whatever means available, officers extracted as many as 5 wounded victims, delivering them by hand in vehicles or on foot for over a city block to awaiting fire personnel. In all, 6 gunshot victims were identified, 4 suspects were arrested, and 8 firearms were recovered. The 21-floor building, with its 693 rooms, became one large crime scene.
The heroic actions of these officers undoubtedly saved lives while putting their own safety at risk to end a very chaotic and scary, violent incident. Their efforts are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. Officers Christopher Mulder, Michael Kaufman, and Garrett Joyner are hereby awarded the Medal of Merit. Officers Kaylee Malloy, Joseph Overly, and Garrett Joyner are hereby awarded the Medal of Life-Saving. Congratulations to you all.
Please welcome our next recipients for the Medal of Merit. Sergeant Marcus Allen, Officers Justin Bach, Brent Urbach, Chris Silas, Scott Wold, Todd Whitbeck, Mark Paraboom, Chase Rayal, and Nicholas Harrison.
On January 8, 2023, officers from the Cactus Park Precinct located a stolen Chevy Silverado pickup truck while patrolling the area of 27th Avenue and Indian School Road. When officers tried to stop it, the driver fled and crashed through a chain-link fence. The truck dragged the fence behind it, damaging 3 occupied police cars in the process. Help arrived from the Tactical Support Bureau and Air Support. The truck was followed from a distance as the driver continued to drive aggressively, weaving through traffic at high speed and running red lights, still dragging the fence as it whipped around, throwing sparks in its wake. A crossing pedestrian was narrowly missed as the driver continued to flee. The risk to community caused by the dangerous erratic suspect behavior called for immediate action. Special Assignments Units Officers Mark Paraboom, Scott Wold, and Todd Whitbeck were involved in the apprehension. Knowing the risk to themselves, these officers closed the distance with their vehicles in the area of 58th Avenue and Camelback Road. Officers Paraboom and Wold used a vehicle interdiction tactic to stop the driver's flight. Officer Todd Whitbeck provided rifle coverage while Officer Chris Siles helped to block the vehicle in. Officers Brent Urbach, Nicholas Harrison, Chase Real, and Justin Walkenbach arrived to assist with containment and coverage. Non-lethal gas was used and the suspect driver exited the truck. He was then taken into custody, ending a violent, reckless chase that put so many lives at risk. It was learned that the suspect fired off a gun just before exiting the truck. He was booked on numerous felonies.
The heroic actions of these officers under the coordination and leadership of Sergeant Marcus Allen demonstrates their commitment to preserve life and protect the community. They are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. For their actions taken while knowing and accepting the risk to their own safety and their own lives, Sergeant Marcus Allen and Officers Walkenbach, Urbach, Seals, Wold, Whitbeck, Paraboom, Resale, and Harrison are hereby awarded the Medal of Merit. Congratulations. Here to present our next award category, the Medal of Valor, please welcome Assistant Chief Nicholas DePonzio.
Oh, you got it perfectly, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Medal of Valor is awarded to an employee for a conspicuous act of bravery during the performance of a police service that involves risk of life and knowledge of that risk. The Certificate of Valorous Conduct is the civilian equivalent of this award and is nominated by our own employees. The act clearly delineates valor from other forms of courage and is above and beyond the call of duty. Each of the honorees this evening are deserving of this award. Every officer in law enforcement will encounter an array of situations in their career, each more unique than the last. These encounters provide opportunities for the hero inside us to step up, save a life, or restore order to chaos. So often this happens without the officer even realizing the implications of their actions in that moment. We are here tonight to tell their stories and reflect on those qualities that deserve our recognition. Please welcome to the stage our next group of honorees.
Please welcome Officers Nicholas Vargas and William Rodriguez.
On March 6, 2023, police officers from the Maryville Estrella Mountain Precinct responded to an emergency call of a woman being stabbed by her husband. Officers Nicholas Vargas and William Rodriguez arrived first and found an elderly woman in the front yard with lacerations to her hands. As she crawled toward the officers pleading for help, Officer Rodriguez quickly rescued her from the yard to safety. As officers approached the front door, they encountered a man armed with a knife using a woman as a human shield. He began stabbing her, and Officer Vargas quickly responded by accurately firing his duty rifle, striking the suspect and ending the threat. The victim was rescued and delivered to fire personnel for treatment.
Highly stressful, violent encounter is an example of the dangerous situation officers face each and every single day on a regular basis. However, the actions taken by these officers to put an end to a violent incident and preserve lives is in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. For selfless, heroic actions taken while knowing the great risk posed to their very own personal safety, Officers Nicholas Vargas and William Rodriguez are hereby awarded the Medal of Valor. Congratulations.
Please welcome our next group of honorees, Sergeant Ramel Koklaw and Officer Corey Geffries.
On the afternoon of April 20th, 2023, police responded to an armed robbery of a bank near 4th Street and Thunderbird Road. The suspect was reportedly armed with a rifle and holding an explosive device. He fled the bank in a dark-colored vehicle. Air Support Unit Air 23, piloted by Officer Corey Geffries with Tactical Flight Officer Pat Duell in the observer chair, responded to the area. From overhead, they located the fleeing suspect vehicle and put out the information to responding ground officers. They followed the suspect to the area of 28th Avenue and Cactus Road, where he exited the car and began firing several rounds from his modified rifle at the police helicopter. At great risk to their safety, the pilots decided to remain overhead in order to maintain a visual on the armed violent suspect and provide critical intel to responding officers, thus avoiding a potential ambush. Sergeant Ramel Koklaw responded to assist and could see the suspect firing at officers in the helicopter. He reacted by returning fire from his rifle from inside the passenger compartment of his vehicle, striking the suspect. However, the man was able to re-enter his vehicle and drive away until reaching the area of 28th Drive and Cactus, where he got out of his car and collapsed from his injuries. Following his arrest, officers discovered in his vehicle several rounds of ammunition and a drum magazine, as well as a legitimate improvised explosive device, which was later rendered safe by the bomb squad.
Wow. The bravery of these officers to remain in harm's way in order to keep eyes on a violent, fleeing felon posed great risk to their own safety. The heroic efforts to end his violent crime spree saved countless lives. Their actions are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. For police actions taken while knowing and accepting the risk to their own safety, Sergeant Ramel Koklaw, Officers Pat Duell, and Corey Geffries are each hereby awarded the Medal of Valor. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Hey, Corey, Ramel, you guys are allowed to smile, by the way. There you go. Our next awardee is Mr. Alex McPherson. He is receiving the Certificate of Valorous Conduct. Before we bring him out, we're going to share his story.
On the afternoon of November 1st, 2023, a disgruntled former employee arrived at his previous workplace near 6th Street and Watkins after driving up from Tucson. He entered the business armed with a shotgun, intending to murder the company president. The man moved with purpose to the office space shared with Vice President Alex McPherson. The suspect fired a shot at an employee who was able to duck out of the way. The man then turned his attention toward Mr. McPherson, who was sitting next to the door. Believing his coworker had been shot, Alex quickly grabbed the shotgun and ripped it out of the man's hands. He held the suspect down, allowing other employees to escape from the building, and called 911. Alex held the man down for nearly 5 minutes until police arrived and took him into custody.
My goodness.
Please welcome Mr. Alex McPherson to the stage. Alex bravely responded to an immediate threat of workplace violence and acted heroically to prevent everyone from being harmed, doing so at great risk to his own personal safety. These actions are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the City of Phoenix's community heroes and the Phoenix Police Department. Alex McPherson is hereby awarded the Certificate of Valorous Conduct. Congratulations.
On November 12, 2023, police officers both on and off duty from the Maryvale and South Mountain Precinct responded to an emergency call of a stabbing. The caller and his mother had been stabbed by a suspect. The caller's mother was bleeding heavily and could not move. Sergeant Bereyesa and responding officers created a crisis entry team to enter the home and rescue the victims.
Open the door! Phoenix Police Department. Make a hold, please. Hey, over there for you, please. Hurry. Thank you. He's right here. He's got his feet out. Hey, man, show me your hands. All right, get ready. Yep. Do not move. You understand? Yeah. Good. Hey, who's this? Make sure. Ariel. Ariel? Hey, stand up, man. Let me see where you're at.
The selfless efforts of everyone involved resulted in the arrest of an attempted homicide suspect and the rescue of 2 victims. One of those victims wouldn't have survived without the efforts of these officers that night.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to present the next award category, the Police Shield. Please welcome Executive Assistant Chief Derek Elmore.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. The Police Shield is awarded to the employee who, during the performance of their police service, sustained significant injuries or whose treatment requires prolonged medical attention. Those who receive the Police Shield Award are selfless heroes who have endured traumatic injuries and in many cases weeks and months of prolonged treatment and physical therapy, as well as the mental and emotional impact of their experience. All of this is shared with their families and loved ones. Their service goes far above and beyond their end of their shift. They carry with them the sacrifices that they made for their community. It is our duty and our honor to recognize them. Please welcome to the stage our next group of honorees. Thank you very much.
Receiving the Police Shield tonight is Officer Sean Slavic. Receiving the Certificate of Valorious Conduct is Miss Carissa Frazier and Mr. Jamil Kellywood.
In the early morning hours of April 7, 2024, Officer Sean Slavic arrived at a convenience store near 17th Avenue and Bell Road on a call of several people using drugs and refusing to leave the property. Sean contacted security, Mr. Jamil Kellywood, who directed him to the last remaining subject now inside the store. The subject was told to leave, but as Officer Slavic tried to get the subject's ID, the man armed himself with a knife and immediately stabbed Sean in the back of his neck, incapacitating him. Without hesitation, Jamil grabbed onto the man, taking him to the ground. A violent struggle ensued, during which the man was able to remove Jamil's gun from his holster. At that time, the assistant manager, Mr. Luis Di Mayuga Ozuna, rushed to assist by placing the man in a headlock. Miss Carissa Frazier was a customer inside the store during the incident and saw Officer Slavic on the ground, severely injured. She immediately rushed to him to provide first aid. Using her own jacket, she applied pressure to Sean's injury and stayed by his side until help could arrive. The violent physical struggle to subdue the subject continued out the front door to the walkway outside, where they were met by responding officers who assisted taking the man into custody. The entire encounter lasted about 5 minutes.
The heroic actions of these individuals undoubtedly saved Officer Slavic's life and helped to remove a violent individual from the community. They are in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department and our community. Officer Slavic underwent hospitalization, extended recovery, which caused immediate and ongoing limitations. We are very relieved that he is here tonight We are very grateful for his service. For serious injuries sustained in the line of duty, Officer Sean Slavic is hereby awarded the Police Shield. For heroic measures taken at the risk to their own safety, Mr. Jamal Kelwood, Mr. Luis Ozuna are hereby awarded the Certificate of Valorous Conduct. For brave actions taken at risk to her own safety, which assisted with prolonging the life of our injured officer, Miss Carissa Frazier, is hereby awarded the Certificate of Merit of Conduct. Congratulations.
Now, please welcome our sponsor, a friend, and the president of the Phoenix Police Foundation, Mr. Tim Thomas.
Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, let me congratulate all of tonight's award recipients. You do an amazing job serving and protecting our community, and on behalf of the Phoenix Police Foundation, our board of directors, I want to personally thank each and every one of you for your dedication, your bravery, and your unwavering commitment. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to Axon for their generous support and for making that fantastic reception and food possible this evening. And lastly, I'd like to acknowledge the Public Affairs Bureau for all the work they do in putting on this event. Having done things similar, it's no easy feat. So congratulations to them. Let's give them a round of applause. This year marks a significant milestone for the Phoenix Police Foundation as we celebrate our 25th anniversary. In all that time, we have never been more active and passionate about our mission to fund, honor, and assist the men and women of the Phoenix Police Department as we do today. Tonight's event is a perfect example of how we honor our officers. The foundation is proud to provide the funding for this recognition event and others like it throughout the year. Just this past February, we held our 5th annual honor run right next door in front of the soon-to-be new Phoenix Police headquarters. We had over 600 people showing their strong support our community continues to show. At the reception, you may have seen the images of our 25th anniversary Protect and Honor campaign. This initiative will help build a new memorial wall in the lobby of the new headquarters to honor our fallen heroes, along with a state-of-the-art wellness center and gym. With that in mind, if there is an opportunity, if you're interested, to support this important initiative, you can add your name to the gratitude wall that will be prominently displayed in the new lobby. If you're interested, you can see Maricela and Brenda in the lobby after the program. Another pillar of our mission is enhancing funding for critical needs in the field. Over the past month, the foundation distributed more than $700,000 in equipment to our patrol officers. This included 60 protective shields costing close to $10,000 each, 10 mobile fingerprint readers, 70 telescopic ladders, and much more. These tools make our officers' jobs safer and protect our community. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, we strive to be there when tragedy strikes. Along with others, the foundation has been honored to support Kristen Coolidge during this difficult time. And with Police Week right around the corner, we are helping send more than 20 officers to Washington, D.C., where Zane's name will be added to the National Memorial Wall in perpetuity. Thank you again for everything that you do. Your service inspires us all, and we are proud to have your six. Please enjoy the rest of the evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you to the Phoenix Police Foundation. Our next award category is the Police Chief's Unit Award. To introduce this award, please welcome Assistant Chief Sean Kennedy.
Thank you. The Police Chief's Unit Award is presented for the successful completion of a predetermined police-related on-duty act or acts or continuing effort or efforts by a group of employees working for a common objective. Many exceptional units were nominated for their outstanding accomplishments. However, this year we are recognizing the Black Mountain Precinct Resource Team. Please welcome to the stage this year's honorees receiving the Police Chief's Unit of the Year Award.
Lieutenant John Cusson, Sergeant Mary Miller, Sergeant Bo Jensen, Retired Sergeant Joseph Stussy, Officer Jeremy Campbell, Officer Jacob Swed, Officer Cameron Wells, Officer Timothy Tours, Officer Jamie Jesty, Officer Brandon Spire, Officer Jael Zelman Lopez, Officer Maribel Silva, Officer Jeffrey Blair, Officer Alan Holscher, Officer Brian Lowry, Officer Eric Larson, Officer David Bachman, Officer Anthony McLean, Officer Derek Nair, Officer Alexandra Siebert, Officer Robert Stika, Officer John McQuillan, Officer Alicia Stronad, Officer Jordan Farrell, Officer Taylor Days, Officer Andrew McClure, Officer Jesse Williams, Officer Matthew Kirk, Officer Christopher Denam, Police Assistant Tanya Simpson.
And additionally, we'd like to recognize Lieutenant Ben Swartzmanson, who was not listed on the scroll. I think if you guys know him, they ran out of letters for his last name. Ben, if you're here, sorry if I messed up your last name.
Okay. The team's crime suppression project focused on the Palomino neighborhood and aimed to reduce criminal activity related to gun violence. The team collaborated with patrol officers, school resource officers, net teams, adult and juvenile probation, the Desert Horizon Real-Time Operations Center, Crime Gun Intelligence Unit detectives, and the Crime Impact Unit. The Palomino neighborhood is a 1 square mile area between Cave Creek Road and Greenway along 32nd Street. It's commonly referred to as the Square. So historically, this area has seen cartel activity, street gang violence, graffiti, armed robberies, carjackings, random and crime-related gunfire, and other violent crimes. So through the use of technology, leveraging partnerships with outside agencies, and sound police work, the project netted huge success. Project ran from March to November of 2023, and data showed an overall reduction of violent calls for service of 21%, specifically a 33.3% reduction in aggravated assaults and a 14% decrease in robberies. So during the project, the team conducted 165 vehicle stops, 95 subject stops. They made 102 felony arrests, 34 misdemeanor arrests for their commendable efforts to reduce crime in their community. The Black Mountain Resource Team is hereby awarded the Police Chief's Unit Award. Congratulations to all of you.
Very impressive.
Wow.
Congratulations to the Black Mountain Resource Team.
Please welcome the recipient of our next award, the Supervisor of the Year, Sergeant Nicholas Nolan. Sergeant Nick Nolan is being honored as Supervisor of the Year for 2025 in recognition for outstanding leadership and management, which resulted in a successful tactical and investigative resolution. The case included multiple arrests during a complex criminal investigation of an armed robbery home invasion on November 1st of 2023.
Sergeant Nolan's decisive, timely, and concise actions, both direct and indirect, promoted a calm approach, confidence in decision-making, and clarity of direction for the police officers involved. His leadership brought justice to the multiple victims of a violent home invasion. The successful resolution of this incident is directly attributed to Sergeant Nolan's leadership and experience. His example stands out as a clear representation of the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department. Sergeant Nick Nolan is hereby awarded Supervisor of the Year. Congratulations, Nick.
Come on. There you are. Here, look at Hey, you there?
On December 15th, 2023, Officers Alireza Devarzan and Jade Benez were on patrol when they were flagged down near a gas station at Cave Creek Road and Greenway Parkway.
I don't know, I literally pulled up to the gas station to get gas and I just saw them over there doing that.
They found a woman lying on the ground unresponsive, and the officers noticed she had symptoms of a drug overdose. The officers administered their department-issued Narcan, and the woman came to.
There we are.
Based on Officer Devarzan and Benez's response in providing Narcan, the woman would have succumbed to her drug overdose. A week later, the woman emailed the department to express her gratitude to the officers who saved her life.
The highest recognition given to any Phoenix police officer is the Medal of Honor. This honor is reserved for officers who have lost their lives in the official line of duty. This medal is traditionally awarded to the employee's surviving family. Receiving the medals of Valor, Lifesaving, and the Police Shield is Officer Matthew Haney. Receiving the medals of merit, Phoenix firefighters Tristan Butters and William Rulin. Receiving the Medal of Lifesaving, Lieutenant John Cusson, Officers Logan Egnar, Alexander Cubis, Samuel Martinez, Nathan Abbott, Brian Jones, Nolan Stradling, Nathan Powells, Stephen Cullen, and Efren Reyes.
On September 3rd, 2024, at around 6:25 p.m., officers from the Mountain View Precinct were dispatched to an emergency call for service of a burglary from a vehicle near a residence at 16th Street and McDowell Road. Officers Zane Coolidge and Matthew Haney were riding together that night. They arrived and were directed to a suspect matching the description given by the caller. Officers attempted to contact him, and he ran through an alley into a parking lot. The suspect produced a firearm and shot at officers. Zane was struck by gunfire. Officer Haney returned fire, striking the suspect, but he escaped into the neighborhood. Officer Haney ran back to help Zane, putting out information on the radio and attempting life-saving measures. Additional officers arrived in the area to establish a perimeter and began searching for the armed suspect. Officers Nolan Stradling, Samuel Martinez, Alexander Cubis, Nathan Powells, Nathan Abbott, Brian Jones, and Logan Egnor all provided critical assistance to attempt to preserve Zane's life. It was then that Officer Haney realized he too was shot. Officers Stradling, Efren Reyes, and Stephen Cullen treated Haney's injury. Phoenix firefighters Tristan Butters and William Logan Rulin had just finished a call at Banner University Hospital when they saw the flood of police into the area. They rushed into the active area to help. Officers helped load Zane into the ambulance and he was rushed to the hospital. Lieutenant John Cusson drove Officer Haney to the hospital, assisted by Egner and Jones. An army of medical staff worked tirelessly to treat Zane and Matthew. Sadly, Zane did not survive. The suspect was later located, arrested, and booked into jail.
Throughout this event, communications operator Lexi King showed tremendous fortitude by remaining calm under the most stressful conditions while responding to the weight of the most serious type of incident she can face while on duty. This recognition extends to the entire communications team that worked this call. Everyone participating in the immediate response and extended investigation of this critical incident carries the memory of that night with them. Their strength and adversity are commendable and in keeping with the highest standards and traditions of the Phoenix Police Department.
For actions taken to respond into a dangerous situation at risk to their own safety and the performance of their official duties, Phoenix firefighters Tristan Butters and William Logan Rulin are hereby awarded the Medal of Merit. For actions taken in attempt to preserve the life of our injured officer, Lieutenant John Cusin, officers Logan Egnor, Alexander Cubes, Samuel Martinez, Nathan Abbott, Brian Jones, Nolan Stradling, Efron Reyes, Nathan Powells, and Stephen Cullen are hereby awarded the Medal of Lifesaving.
For bravery without hesitation in the face of a deadly encounter, sustaining injury in the line of duty, and for the highest level of performance of police service at great personal risk, Officer Matthew Haney is hereby awarded the Police Shield, as well as the medals of Valor and Lifesaving. For making the ultimate sacrifice in protection of his community and his partner, Officer Zane Coolidge is hereby awarded the department's highest recognition, the Medal of Honor, presented to his wife, Kristen. Congratulations and thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you. one of the comments that I made to Ed while we were watching all the videos was that I've covered that story, and we ran that news story, and I covered that story. And so the stories that we were telling tonight are the very same stories I tell each and every one of you who watch, those exact same stories. And it's difficult to rewatch for me. And I can't even imagine how difficult it is for all of you, the officers, the family members. But the one thing that I'm really grateful for is that for me, it kind of came full circle, because oftentimes we don't get the resolution, we don't get to follow up.
Sure.
We don't know if the officer was okay, we don't know if the person they tried to save survived. And so it's really special and incredible to be able to see them on stage receiving their medals and receiving the accolades that they should. Every one of you are true heroes.
Yeah, the bravery that the men and women perform every single day is truly amazing. This is a small piece of the work that they do, so it is nice to be able to honor them.
Yeah.
And seeing these videos does
does
hit home. Yeah,
it does.
It's tough.
It is tough.
Yeah, but it's part of the job that I think everybody decides to do when they take up this profession, and I think that's what makes it so so amazing to see the people that want to do this job. Because you can make a difference, and you will make a difference.
And I thank you, and you're all in my prayers every day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and now we'd like to introduce you to the man behind the voice for tonight's event. He is one of our own, Officer Duhan Brown.
Good evening, everyone. I want to say congratulations to all of tonight's recipients for all the awards, and to your families, we want to say thank you for your love and support. Be safe out there.
Thanks, Duhan.
Great job.
You did.
He got everyone's name right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes tonight's ceremony. We'd like to thank the Phoenix Police Foundation for helping make this night possible. Thank you to our city leaders and our speakers tonight, and to the Public Affairs Bureau, Office of Administration, and all the police employees who worked diligently to put this ceremony together. I'd like to also thank the families that are here supporting your loved ones. Again, without you, we can't do this job. And lastly, I would absolutely like to thank you, Anita. It's been great working with you.
Thank you.
And we'll come back and do it again next year.
And if Ron calls out, I'm calling you.
Done.
You can co-anchor.
Done.
A special thank you to tonight's heroes. We truly are proud of absolutely every one of you who are, and proud of what you do. So good night to everyone. Be safe. God bless.
Thank you.